Hey everyone, welcome back. I know you've missed us. We have been gone a week. We went away to High Point, North Carolina.
Woo, fun.
Really a lot of fun.
Yes.
But welcome back. We are really excited about today. Once again, I'm Nicole Rymer from the Women's Chamber and Power Hub and the Kai's Company, and my partner in crime,
Cynthia Heathcoe from Contemporary Living and Make Your Life Happen.
Yes.
Co-host with the fabulous Nicole Rymer.
And we are in Contemporary Living, just so you know, we do film out of here. If you don't know where Contemporary Living is located, you have to come down to the Lake Park Arts District between Monday and Saturday.
Between Monday and Sunday? Yes, I take Sunday as my day of rest.
A day of rest.
Yes.
So again, we're back, and I'm really excited to introduce someone new to the chamber.
Yes.
Hi. So we have Ashleigh Hernandez.
Yes.
From Southern Custom Iron and Art. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here today.
Yeah.
You guys are amazing. I've been listening to the podcast, and you guys have been great on the lives, and it's just so fun to be with other women of the same caliber, and I'm excited to be here.
Thank you so much. So how long have you been with the chamber?
Actually, I just joined the chamber.
Awesome.
New? Yeah, I'm
new.
brand new.
She's brand new.
Oh, and you're diving in.
Diving in.
I love that.
Yes,
I love it.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I was actually interested in joining the chamber a couple years back, and I went to a few events. The first event was at Kaiser College, where we had Michelle Villalobos, and she was amazing. And I've been following her podcast also for the last, I don't know how long, and I have also been to another event, the tax collector and Dorothy Jacks, the property appraiser.
Oh, cool.
So
That's
it was
where I
really,
met you.
it was amazing.
There you go.
Yes, it was amazing to meet our local county officials, and it was just incredible. And so I'm so glad to now be a part of the chamber.
Well, welcome.
Thank
We're
you.
so happy
Thank
to
you.
have you. I
Thank
love
you.
it. So you found those events, you walked away with a lot of knowledge from them.
I have walked away with a lifetime of changed practices that have enriched my life as a business person and a woman. So I think those were both invaluable events, and I'm excited to keep attending more.
Yes, I love it. I love Ashleigh already. That's awesome.
Thank you.
So explain to everybody, what is Southern Custom Iron and Art?
Okay, well, we're a welding, fabrication, and structural steel company, so we do anything metal. We typically do commercial construction projects as subcontractors. However, I have my general contractor's license, and I actually...
Well then.
Thank you.
Oh, hello.
Right. You've got a badass. It's our favorite word here at the chamber is badass.
Yes, and I accept that word. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, I am a badass. I obtained my GC license to keep the business legal and so that we could do what we wanted to do.
Wow.
And actually taught the GC at Gold Coast schools for a little while. So
See, this is why we do these things, because we did not know that about you.
Yeah.
Not your mother's chamber, where you're not your average
no,
here, and it shows why.
Yeah.
That's really awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
So how long have you guys been in business?
We've actually been in business. This will be our 6th year, October. So this is our anniversary month. Yeah, we started in our driveway. We had $900. And we bought our first piece of welding equipment. My husband had been in the welding industry for 20 years.
Oh, wow.
And I was a teacher. I got my master's. I tried to get a higher position in the school boards. I sent out 150 applications and did not get except 2 phone interviews. They didn't pan out, and I said, that's it. And my husband, we bought the welder, we got a trailer, we traded work to get the trailer, and then from that moment on, we just kept working, and we've been doubling our sales every year. So it's been amazing.
It's an amazing story.
Thank you. Yes, we just moved into a 4,000 square foot shop, and we're growing out of it. So
wow,
it's
I
awesome.
love those stories.
Thank you.
I absolutely love those stories. So, so let's backtrack. You work with your husband.
Yes,
Yes, I want to ask.
So I know Cynthia wants to ask so bad. So and even backtrack a little bit more. So you went from being a teacher, and trained to be a teacher. Your husband was already in the business, but not a business owner.
No.
And you have 3 kids.
We do. When we first started, my 2 youngest, I have a 12-year-old, a 5 and 6-year-old. So they were brand new and 16 months apart. So it was a challenge, but yes, it was worth every minute of the hard work. Yes.
Wow.
So how do you manage that though?
As a mother, and then also working with your husband and the kids, the whole thing.
Yes.
You're together 24/7.
Yes, that is a challenging part, being with your spouse 24/7. But as the business has grown, I've learned to let go a lot more because I'm definitely a controlling person.
That word, Cynthia.
And it's been a daily practice for me, one day at a time, to realize that we're two separate individuals and we have our own way of thinking of things. But that is what actually makes our business work so well, because I'm yin and he's yang. And he's good at the things that I'm not, and I'm good at the things that he's not. And when we come together, we're unstoppable. So working with my husband is a challenge, but it's also, there couldn't be any other way. There would be no other way to be successful, because I tried businesses. I tried photography. I tried resume writing. I had a lot of different skill sets from previous jobs, but none of the spaghetti stuck to the wall. But when I partnered with my spouse, that was the ticket.
And you don't hear that a lot.
Yeah.
That's, unfortunately, you just don't hear that where it's a synergy.
That's true, because a lot of people will tell you that you do not do business with your spouse. And I'm going to say, I don't think I would ever, if I ever got married again, I would do a business with my husband.
Yeah.
So I had a negative experience with it, but it's awesome to hear such a success story about it, and that you two come together because you co-parent, you collaborate, and you both have a vested interest in your business.
Yes, we do. Yes.
And you let each other rise and shine in the areas that you're best at.
We do. And with the kids, we have had nothing but help. We have a babysitter that for the first couple of years would come to the house, so I wouldn't have to get them ready in the morning. I wouldn't have to make breakfast. She would cook and clean and do all those things, and it was very helpful because the cost of daycare, of putting two children in daycare, I had to find another way, and it was just amazing. She still helps us tonight. She'll be picking up our kids from after school, and now I can actually afford to pay her. Before I couldn't, so I was just scrounging up, but we made it work. And I have to have a lot of help from others to do the daily lifestyle things, because it just becomes too much, and the business is priority. I mean, my family, God, family, and then the business, and just to keep those three things, the house can get cleaned later.
And one thing I'm going to pick up on that you just said was that you realized you couldn't do it alone. Basically, is what you said.
Cannot.
And as women, we are. I know for me, I was brought up that you can be. I was a little more independent within my family structure, but I have a lot of friends. It was like, okay, you have to be able to do everything yourself.
Right.
And to let go of that pride, as we have as women, to say, oh, I can do it all, and to say, I need help, I can't do it by myself, and you accept that help.
Right.
And knowing you need it and accepting it are two different things, and that's awesome that you can do that.
That's golden. I used to pride myself and put a badge of honor of like, look at me, I can get all of this done, and I've just been to the point where I've worn myself out that I'm worthless. I would be worthless to my kids, my husband, my business. When we wear ourselves out that much as women, you said, we tend to do that, and it really isn't beneficial. It looks good in the beginning, but it fizzles out very quickly. So asking for help, and then what that does is employ other women. I mean, my babysitter she loves having a job. She loves being able to work with our family, and she's a part of our family. So giving her that empowerment too.
Wow, I love this. This is amazing. See, this is why we bring a face to the businesses that are a part of the Women's Chamber. So, another thing that she talked about, you're a mom, you're a spouse, you were a teacher, you did so many other things. And one thing I think women that we don't give ourselves enough credit for, even if you're like a stay-at-home mom, you have so many transferable attributes and skills that you can bring into another business.
Absolutely.
Have you been able to do that with everything else? Because it's such a night and day between teacher and owning a welding and custom art and design business. I mean, it's different.
That's what you would think, but
Really?
I have the utmost respect for teachers, because especially in Palm Beach County, I taught in some of the most difficult schools here. I know what they go through every day. They are the heroes, the unsung heroes of our community. I mean, honestly, I don't think I could still be teaching even if I wanted to. That career is a lifestyle, and they are able to keep up with, let's say, their middle school, 120 kids a day. They do a harder job than I do. So I really think that teachers deserve the respect in our community. And Absolutely, all of the jobs that I've ever had, there's a divine intervention in my life, and I see it constantly. My first real job was in banking and customer service, and then my second job was in Career Source in West Palm Beach. So I did some work with employment and career training and those sort of things, and then I became a teacher, which is all about managing multiple things going on at once. And so the banking really helps me in the financial aspect of my business. The career services part helps me maintain the human resources portion of my company. And then the teaching helps me do all the project management. And it just really melds and meshes perfectly with all the previous experience that I've had.
That's so important.
And you look so young to have all that experience.
I know.
I have to point that out. I'm looking at her like, you are so young to have this vast amount of experience.
I'm 31 years old.
Well then.
And
You
done,
go, girl.
Thank you. Thank you.
You've done a lot.
Thank
Awesome.
you. Yes.
That's awesome. And you're rocking it, and I'm going to point it out, you're in a male-dominated industry in the construction field.
Absolutely.
That
it
is
is definitely
not-
male dominated.
It is not easy. I've worked in the construction with, new home construction, and it's, have you had a lot of maybe negative experiences? Did it propel you to be, who you are? You kind of take it, a lot of people take something negative and they turn it positive.
I've always been a strong personality, so I think a lot of males, even my husband says it. We were at a meeting yesterday. He thinks sometimes they're intimidated by me, and I have a lot of strength when it comes to meetings. I believe in the book that Sheryl Sandberg wrote, Lean In. So I've always made it my part in a meeting to say what I want to say. I've always been that way, even before reading the book. Now I'm a little bit more toned down because I do realize
it's how you say it and then everything, yes.
So that has taken some shaping and polishing to get, perfected. But I think once they actually hear that I know what I'm talking about and I can stand behind having the general contractor's license and the foundation of growing this company from my driveway to where we are today, and being at the bottom of my email, CEO, it
Feels
really
great.
shows them that I deserve respect. And so every day there's different personalities that we deal with. I don't care if they're male or female.
Right.
And I think part of being in business is being flexible and being able to wax and wane with those personalities, and still both people come out with a win-win.
Oh, that's so important too.
That is, wow. And I'm going to tell you, I was doing the math. You started your business at 25 and you'd already had 3 children.
Yes, my first child, I was 19.
Okay, and
Wow.
I started young as but I have daughters that are 24 years old, and they're on different choices in their life.
Right.
But at 25, to have such a foundation and the education and the temperament to start your business and to
the
bring it to where you are,
focus.
that too.
Thank you.
To be able to focus on all those things, because even
Yeah.
though you had some help, you still, you're a mom, a spouse,
Yes.
you still have to keep a house running.
Yes.
There's so many other things that women do that we forget, can be transferred into something else.
Absolutely. I think, a lot of people, some that know me know my story. And so Joe and I have been together for 14 years. And so we started out in a very difficult time. We were dealing with drug and alcohol addiction. We've dealt with just a lot of things. I've been in a shelter similar to you. So we have gone through so many situations that have transformed me into the strength that I have now. And so, my life has changed so much for the better that I'm honored to be able to live the life that I have. And so taking those experiences when I had to be strong, I didn't have another choice. Doing this, I always knew there was something better for me in my life, and I had to find a way to get there. And like I said, the divine intervention has provided that way, and I just keep following the path.
Wow. The things you find out,
Yeah.
that's amazing, because you're not just somebody who owns a business. You have a story.
I do, yes.
And a life, and you go through the day to day, but you have a story that can also help and empower other people as well.
Yes. And I'm glad to share my story with anyone. It's not a secret. I stand behind it as the way in which our lives can be changed and transformed.
And it can change in a matter of a
can
moment.
change.
Any decision can propel you to something better.
Absolutely.
That's true. And oh my goodness, I really appreciate you opening up
Yeah,
and being so
for real.
candid about that.
No problem.
That's typically something people aren't comfortable sharing. And if nothing else, it will touch the heart and soul of somebody who needs that moment of encouragement and empowerment.
And I'm actually reading right now or listening to on Audible because I don't have time to read.
We love Audible. We love Audible. Audible.
That's how I do my reading with my ears.
Exactly.
Same
but
thing.
It still keeps me updated, and I love it because it's convenient, and I can fall asleep to it and just rewind back to where I left off the night before.
Where you remember?
Well, I don't know. So, but Brene Brown right now has the vulnerability. That is what I'm learning. Leaning into my vulnerability is actually where my light shines, and being able to share that is where the impact goes to others. Much like you, Cynthia, because you've brought out that braveness from me by telling your story. So thank you for being a leader.
I'm on the same book as you.
She's
I just got goosebumps.
I love Brene Brown.
I had a friend introduce me to her, and he sent me her book, and I'm I'm same spot you are, and it's just I've got goosebumps over that.
So do I.
Because if you don't do it, then who?
Right.
And usually your pain is meant sometimes just to help somebody else and get over it and be that light. Like, okay, they can do it.
Absolutely.
I can do it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And sometimes just hearing that, like, okay, they can do it, I can do it.
Yes.
Will help somebody else and kind of get out of everything. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah. I want to ask you a design question.
Sure.
Only because I was browsing your website.
You have an amazing website.
Thank you.
My goodness.
I built that website 6 years ago on my couch with GoDaddy, and so we need to update the website. So, but thank you for saying that.
I was looking at you do a lot of commercial, but it looked like there was some residential in there.
There is residential
staircases, and I know for me one of the trends that I'm seeing is that more of the glass railing, with the
stainless.
And are you seeing any specific trends in your industry that you think are going to stay around a while, or are they going to be short-lived?
Actually, the glass railing is great, especially for commercial properties or for like celebrity homes. Those we see a lot. But what I see now, and you can actually see it if you're going up and down the intercoastal in a boat, you can see a lot of the traditional modern. So it's still with the wrought iron. It's actually made out of aluminum, but it looks like older style wrought iron, almost like Art Deco style. If you think about those kind of shapes and things like that, a lot of circles. So that Art Deco style is coming back in a little bit more.
Wow. Yeah, that's really awesome. What's your coverage area? Like, how far do you guys go?
Well, I'm a state certified general contractor, so we can go all throughout the state of Florida. However, we typically stick to southern Florida. That's all the way from Fort Myers and Naples to Palm Beach, and all the way south is the Florida Keys. So we have that area. Yeah, but we'll go north too. We've done some work in Port St. Lucie. Just typically the economy in the southern area of Florida is booming right now, and it's just incredible.
Hear that? Business is booming in Palm Beach County. Don't let anybody tell you different.
Yeah, we really have a lot of business in Palm Beach County. When we first started, we had to go to Miami. We had to go to Broward County because there wasn't as much here, but now we can stay here all day long, so it's great.
That is amazing. So where do you see Southern Custom Iron and Art, where do you see the business going, say, in the next... Cynthia put out a 5-year goal on her episode. Yeah. So now I'm going to ask everybody, like, where do you see it going, here in the near future?
I can't tell you that right now.
Oh, we have some news or something, I have a feeling.
There will be hopefully an announcement in January of 2019, something that is beyond anything that I could have ever imagined, or actually something that I did imagine, just didn't think would happen this close to now. And it's something that is so serendipitous that you guys won't believe it when I tell you. So keep that.
I'm going to ask you off air because in my mind, I have something in my mind which I think it is.
I will.
Okay. I'm going to ask you off air. And if it is, that's amazing.
Yes. So it is amazing. Regardless, it's just amazing. And I can't believe the way that our life has turned out by just taking a step and jumping off the cliff and seeing if we can fly, and that's what we've done. So.
Wow. Well, first of all, thank you. I have one more question now. For people who are listening, what's the biggest advice that you could give them? Whether they're wanting to start a business, they're afraid to kind of take that huge jump, you know, maybe for a mother who wants to start a business, or, you know, just with anything in your own journey, what's the biggest piece of advice you'd give?
There's two pieces of advice that I would give. The first one is define your hard skills and define your soft skills. So for me, my husband has the hard skills. He does the actual construction work. And then I have the soft skills, and that's running the operations behind the scenes, you know, customer phone calls and those sort of things. Well, maybe I have three things.
Okay, that's okay.
So define the hard skills, define the soft skills. It doesn't have to be the male with the hard skills and the woman with the soft. It could be reversed, or you could have both. It just depends on how much work and how large you're trying to grow. The second thing I would say is building relationships, because we used to use this app in the beginning of the business when we were very small, called Thumbtack. And a lot of people immediately will send out a quote, and I never asked for a quote. I just asked for a phone call. And I said, would it be okay if we called you, or if we set up a time to communicate, or a time to go out there? And I think what I'm trying to say is building relationships, not only with your customers, but also with your vendors, with the people that are internal customers, your people that you work with. So focus on building the relationship, and the sale will come. Yes. People can see when you are just trying to make a sale, and get to know them and what they're about. And that has been something, showing interest in others has really been helpful for me. But I'm a people person, so it comes natural for me. And the last thing that I would say is believe in yourself. It's not going to be easy. And don't give up, because you might have a bad experience with a client, but that's not every client. And don't give up just after one small hiccup. There's a quote that I read, and I can't remember who said it, but he said that success is just one failure after another without losing momentum. Success is one failure after another without losing momentum. And I wish I could tell you who said it.
I'll Google it.
Yeah,
I'll put it in
Google that quote. That's
there.
your homework. That's your homework from this previous teacher. So
I love it.
Yes.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you so much for having me. I do want to say that for me, the next step in my career, I hope in the next 5 years the business can run itself, and I will be able to do this more often, because this is my real passion, communicating with other women, business leaders. I want to have a book out. I want to be speaking, and I can't do that yet until the business, it's like a baby, until it grows up a little more. And once it's like a teenager or an adult, then I can spread my wings and fly myself. So thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you. I'm a very big cheerleader of you have to put it out there.
Yes.
We're here because I put it out there. So there you go.
Yes.
So you have to put it out there.
Put it out there.
And
don't be
work
afraid.
on it. Exactly.
And take big, giant leaps. Giant leaps. Things you thought you never could do. Do those things.
Oh,
I'll second that.
Yes, you can do
that.
it. You just have to believe it. And if it doesn't scare you, it's not a big enough dream.
That's right.
Ooh,
So
I like
yeah,
that.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Ashleigh, thank you so much.
Thank
I'm
you.
so
Thank
excited. Tell everybody where they can find you. If they
Right
wanna
now,
work with
we
you.
are at 210 Southeast 12th Avenue in Boynton Beach, Florida. But you are welcome to email me, Ashleigh, ASHLEIGH, at southerncustomIron.com, and we would be thrilled to help work on your project.
Awesome. Okay, guys, reach out to her. She's absolutely amazing, as you can see.
Yeah.
And that
If you need any advice or you want any, conversations, I'd be happy to talk with you. So
Wonderful.
I love it.
And we'll put a link to your
Yeah,
website
we'll put
on
it
the
Please do.
post as
Yes.
well.
there as
Okay.
well.
yeah, we're on Facebook, website,
Gotcha.
Instagram.
Awesome.
Okay.
She's all with it, just like we like it. All right. All right. So from this badass, thank you again, and we will see you guys next time on
See you
Women Mean
next week.
Business.
Bye-bye.
Bye.